neither raining, snowing, or that cold. Wow.
This is Oneonta. The Red Dragons about to play some college lacrosse here in Oneonta on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. It will be Oneonta versus Ithaca. Oneonta coming in at 19th, ranked in the country, 10-2, and Ithaca is ranked 9th, 9 against 19. Captains Mike Masseri, Dave Kilcourse, and Matt Puerta meet at midfield along with the Ithaca captains. We're just a few minutes away from the opening face-off. Ithaca versus Oneonta here at Oneonta State. Starting lineups for O State.
Number 7, Mike Masseri. Ithaca senior from Hicksville, New York. Number 8, Matt Puerta. On defense, a junior from DeWitt, New York. Number 11, Luke Rabideau. Junior from Auburn, New York. Number 19, Brian Baylash. Defense, a junior from Janesville, New York. Number 20, Seth Baker. A senior from Port Jefferson, New York, number 21, Anthony Pisciato. Midfield, a junior from Holbrook, New York, number 22, Vincent Schettino. And on defense, a sophomore from Edward, New York, number 36, Josh Sussman. Head coach Stuart Lown. Good luck to both teams.
The starting lineups for the O State Red Dragons. And they will walk onto the field to greet the opponent from Ithaca. Goalie Mike Lauer, sophomore from Islip, New York, goes back into his cage where he will be defending for quarter number 1, meets up with his defense of Sussman, Cook, and Baker. Opening face-off here at Oneonta. This is Dave Kilcourse. He will have on the wings Mike Masseri and Luke Rabideau. This, the opening face-off. Ithaca versus Oneonta. Face-off number 1, controlled by Oneonta. This, Dave Kilcourse, and he has possession of the ball. Goes into the offensive box, and Puerta gives back up on top to Baelish. This is Masseri. Back to Baelish. Brian flips back to Masseri, guarded by a long stick. Good movement by O State. This is Pisciato. Going to get back on top to Masseri. Long pass, Baelish. Brian, right hand cradle. Going to go to the cage. First shot of the game is a goal. Brian Baelish with a left-handed shot, unassisted, and Oneonta draws first blood here. They lead it 1-0 on a Brian Baelish goal. Same 3 players at midfield. Kilcourse facing off. And this time it's controlled by Ithaca, and they will have the ball in their offensive box for the first time this afternoon. Defense there is Luke Rabideau, Jr. from DeWitt, New York. And the ball behind the cage. This is Matt Cook, but they're back on top with it. Defense switches. Masseri guarding the short stick. Matt Cook playing defense with the long stick. Pass goes back up on top. This is Masseri with the short stick guarding Ithaca. Shot saved by Mike Lauer. Mike's going to clear and maintains control. He gives off to the midi, Dave Kilcourse. Dave off to Matt Cook. Matt with the long stick brings it into the offensive end, gives off to midi Puerta as Oneonta sets up his defense. This is Mark Weber with possession, waiting for the midi change, and Keith Adler with possession, back to Mookie. Oneonta's second offensive possession. They scored on the first one on a Brian Baelish goal. This is Matt Winchell. Winch is going to take it out on top. Gives back to Adler. To Pisciato. Anthony. Right hand cradle behind the cage. Switches. Pass up front.
Come on, Kate.
Shot. Saved by the goalie. And it's going to be hustled. Saved by Oneonta. Possession, O State. This is Puerta behind the cage. Left-hand cradle makes a quick move. Underhand shot goes wide of the cage. Backed up by Oneonta. Winchell. Back on top to Mookie. Mookie makes a move to the right side. Cradles right hand. Guarded by a short stick. Looking for the open man. Back on top. This is Puerta. Matt moving in toward the cage. Shot saved by the goalie, and we have a whistle. Crease violation by Oneonta and shot wide left. That was a break by Ithaca. They back it up. So this is Ithaca's second offensive possession. Shot. Goal. Ithaca ties it up. This is face-off after the Ithaca goal. Picked up by Kilcourse. Dave gives off a bouncer to Masseri on a break. Masseri trying to find it. Quick pass. Shot goal. Pretty play. Oneonta gets right back on a Dave Kilcourse win at face. Gave off to Masseri. Masseri found Backey, and Dan found Matt Puerta for goal number 2 for the Red Dragons. 2-1, O State. So Killer back on the face-off.
Come on, let's go.
Ball down on the ground, picked up this time, and this time Ithaca with the break. Defense is set. Ball back on top.
Stay with him, boys. Stay there, stay there.
Defense is Matt Cook. Pass is stolen by Mike Lauer. He got back there and intercepted the pass. And this is Masseri on a nice clear for Oneonta, and they have the ball in their offensive box. Masseri right hand cradle gets behind the cage to Backy. Dan's going to give off to Puerta, who gives it up to Vince Schettino. Back on top, he goes to Brian Belash. Brian in with the game's first goal. And this is Masseri. Mike's going to take a hard shot, going to go behind the cage out of bounds, backed up by O'State. Backy, the right hand cradle. Nice pass to Puerta, drops it, but picks it up. That was in front of the cage. Matt, going to give it up on top, and this is Baelish. Brian to Schettino. Baelish going to take another shot. Ball hits the pole and bounces way out front, picked up by Puerta. And the ball being moved around here by O'State. Pass to Backy, who's double, triple teamed now. Ball, but he comes and is picked up by Ithaca and the long stick. So there's it. This is Puerta. We have a whistle, and it looks like we might have our first penalty of the day against Oneonta. And Oneonta's man down team reports for the first time. This the first penalty of the game. And Ithaca will take it from midfield.
Go deep! Go defense! Come on, deep! Come on!
Shot goes in. Two. Keith Adler joins Luke Rabbit with the wings. This is Kilcourse. Wins face-off. Oneonta ball. Last time Ithaca scored, Oneonta came right down and got it back. This is Keith Adler to Matt Winchell. Matt on top.
Come on, Matt.
Left-hand cradle. He trips. And the ball is stolen away by Ithaca. And they'll move the ball around the back of the cage. Shot over the cage, backed up by Ithaca. This is Matt Cook on the defense, and now Seth Baker, but the ball is being moved back on top. Keith Adler with a short stick. Shot! Saved by Mike, kicked out, but possession remains with Ithaca.
Hey, wait a minute. Oh, don't let him hit that!
Behind the back shot goes out of bounds.
Come on, Dave! That's a good slide!
Nice defense there. Defense by Baker, picked up by Sussman. Josh passes off to Keith Adler, who brings it into the offensive box for Oneonta, and goes behind the nets to Dan Backy. Dan guarded by a long stick and moves it around as Oneonta switches its middies. And back on top to Brian Baelish, and now Mike Masseri. Baelish goes back on top to Masseri. Back to Baelish. Behind the nets, it goes to Matt Puerta. Matt switches hands, gives off Masseri on top. This is Baelish. Brian looks like he's looking for a shot. Nice move by Baelish. Passes and ball is knocked down. Looked like he picked up pass in front, shot goal. Pretty look there by Brian Belash, and he finds Matt Puerta with Oneonta's third goal. They lead it 3-2. James Battaglia, Luke Rabideau on the wings as Dave Kilcourse sets up for another face-off. And again, Kilcourse looks to have possession, goes back to his, the pass is going to go down and saved there by goalie Mike Lauer, and he gets it back from Sussman. Long lead, and ball still down on the ground, and it's picked up by Backey. And beautiful play by Dan Backey. Refused to give up the ball, although he was double and triple teamed there and managed to get a shot off and bounced it by the goalie, and it's 4-2. He was hammered on that play, but the penalty is wiped off. Keith Adler to face off. Masseri, Rabbit on the wings. Keith, sophomore. Ball bounced up in the air and picked up. And collected there by Ithaca. They find themselves behind 4-2 here in the opening quarter. Oneonta's played great both offensively and defensively.
Defense, stay with him. Watch the pick. There you go. Stay with him. Way to go. Get up.
Defense, Masseri, pass in front, shot, save. And he picks the ball up. He's being harassed, gives it off on a long pass by pick ball down on the ground and reclaimed by Ithaca.
Come on, D.
And Ithaca with possession. Got about 2 minutes, 50 seconds to play before the end of quarter number one. It's been a good one.
Come on, Dave. Oh, come on.
Nice move there.
Kick him out. Pick him up. Pick him up.
Pass in front.
All right.
Intercepted
Come on, go.
by Oneonta.
That's it, man. All the way.
This is Masseri. Shot saved by the goalie right in front.
Back to field, back downfield.
And it's cleared by
Pick him up. Slide.
Ithaca.
Don't leave defense.
Shot, another save by Lauer. Picks it up. Big play by Mike. Clears beautifully.
Way to go, Michael.
And this is Schettino. Vince. Gonna cradle behind the cage. Gives off to Puerta. Matt takes the ball to the right side of the offensive box. Gives back to Vincent. Possession, Oneonta behind the nets. Dan Backey gonna give off to Pisciato. Anthony to Brian Belash. Left hand cradle behind the cage. Gets back to Matt Puerta with 1:14 to play, first quarter. Puerta makes a nice move. It's going to give it up to Belash. Oneonta being very patient here in the first quarter. They lead at 4-2. Almost a double team on that. Backy plays catch with Belash. Brian on a nice move. He's being checked by a short stick pass in front. It's going to go down on the ground. And nice play there by the defense, the long stick, picked up by Pisciato. Pass in front. Shot over the cage, out of bounds, backed up Oneonta. This is Puerta, kind of trying to back his way in to get a shot. Again, shot goal! Matt Puerta, muscling his way in front of the goalie, beats him up high, and Oneonta with a 5-2 lead. Puerta.
Come on, Keller!
That goal scored with just 10 seconds to go. Dave Kilcourse facing off at midfield. Picked up and down on the ground by
Go, baby, go!
Kilcourse. And there's a push, picked up, and that play will end the first quarter with Oneonta claiming a 5-2 lead here in the first quarter against Ithaca. So both teams returning to the field. Just a great quarter there by Oneonta, hustling on both ends of the field and midfield. And they have a 5-2 lead as we start the second quarter, and it looks like we have a penalty here. This is going to be tough. This is going to be a tough penalty. Let's see who it's on. All right, quarter number 2 begins with an illegal stick on Ithaca. That's a 3-minute penalty. Not sure whether that's unreleasable or not, but certainly we'll find out. Mike Masseri will open up the second quarter with the man-up team. Oneonta with a 5-2 lead and a man-up situation. Hard shot by Masseri goes in. Mike Masseri from downtown cranked it and let it fly and beat the goalie over his left shoulder. It's 6-2. Oneonta. And that looks to be an unreleasable penalty. Belash and Masseri on the wings. This is Dave Kilcourse facing off, and he's gonna try to chase this one down, but it's collected by Ithaca. And they will be playing a man down on offense. And that was a nice check. Ball goes out of bounds. Guess what? Oneonta ball. Good play there by Mike Masseri. Seth Baker's going to give up to his goalie, Mike Lauer. Mike going to trot up, try to find an open man, and he does across midfield. Brian Belash to Matt Puerta. Matt's going to cradle out in front, give off to Masseri. Mike's going to move the ball to the corner of the box and set up the offense. Last time he had possession, he scored the 6th Oneonta goal. Hard shot by Belash, and Brian Belash finds Pater from downtown. Belash, his 2nd goal, and that number 7 for O State. And there you have it. Killer back on the offense, and he trying desperately to keep, and he maintains possession as Belash cradles up, and Oneonta has the ball in their offensive box. So they've been able to score 2 goals here with the man advantage, and still have about 1:20 left on that illegal stick penalty on Ithaca.
Come on, guys, don't stay on the line, baby. Stay up on
This is Puerta.
Stay up on this. Stay up on it.
Masseri faking a long shot. Last time he did that, he made it.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
He's going to fire it over the top of the cage, but it's
Be
backed up.
aggressive.
I didn't know it either. I thought it was like a game. I was like, what is this?
Hard shot by
Nice save.
Masseri. It was saved. There's a trip on the play, and we have another penalty on Ithaca.
Come out.
So Oneonta will have a two-man advantage for 30 seconds. Hard shot goes in. Brian Balash gets his hat trick here in the opening half. It's 8-2, O State. That a man-up goal. And there you have it, timeout by Ithaca, and the Oneonta sideline explodes as they maintain a 8-2 lead here in the first half over Ithaca. Vince Schettino facing off with, and we have a violation on Ithaca. So it's Oneonta ball, and Oneonta still with the man advantage for about another 14 or 15 seconds, so they'd love to get a shot in here. There's Balash. Shot goal! Brian Balash has come to play his fourth goal. That one underhanded, and Oneonta gets up to its ninth goal. They lead it 9-2 on a Brian Balash goal. 4 seconds remaining on the advantage. Dave Kilcourse on the face-off, picked up this time by Ithaca. And up comes Seth Baker, makes a great play, but it's stolen. And a pass into the offensive end, but taken back by Ithaca. That was a great play by Baker. And uh-oh. Pass in front. And picked up Oneonta. Keith Adler clears to Sussman. Ball is up in the air. Picked up there by Balash. Brian gonna hold things up for, no, I guess not. Adler takes the shot, goes high over the cage, backed up by Oneonta. Pisciato, shot, ball down, stolen. Ithaca.
Come on, Kate!
Come on out!
Come up!
Shot goal.
Get behind you!
Okay, face off by
All right.
Kilcourse is won by O State and picked up by Mike Masseri. Mike's going to give off to Vince Schettino. Vinny going to take things around. Oneonta led 3-2 at the quarter and scored 6 unanswered goals before Ithaca got their third. It's 9-3 as they patiently move the ball around. There's 10 minutes still to play before the half. This is Puerta. Matt makes a nice move. Shot saved by the goalie. Pretty play. And cleared here.
Stay with it, Vinny. That's it.
So Ithaca in their offensive end. And we have a whistle and an injury to a player. Okay, the O State defense returns after the timeout for an injury. Ithaca will still have possession. We have a 9-3 score here at Oneonta. Oneonta on top.
Go, come on, Luke! Stay with him, Luke! Stay there, boys, stay there! Keep him out! He's coming in.
Pass in front. Shot. Picked up Luke.
Go, Luke!
And he's going to
Help out!
give off. Pass didn't work.
Come on! Pick him up! Pick him up, Luke!
Okay, Oneonta. Defense. Matt Cook.
Here we go, shot.
Shot saved by Lauer. Picked up out of the air by Sussman. His pass intercepted by Ithaca.
Stay with him, stay with him!
Defense, Josh. And a flag on a play. Ball goes down. Going to be against Josh Sussman. And Oneonta is going to be a man down for the second time today. Man down situation for Oneonta.
Stay up, stay up, stay up. Box him out.
Hard shot hits the post. Out of bounds. 7:45 to play before the half. About 15 seconds left on a penalty. Shot goes wide right, backed up by Ithaca. Shot blocked.
Come on, Keith, way to go!
And there's a nice clear there by Lauer to keep Adler. Adler finds the open man. Shot save in front of the cage. And it's going to bounce out of bounds. It's going to be Ithaca ball.
Ball, come on, here
Okay,
we go.
that ride intercepted. This is
Yeah!
Puerta's shot, gonna go in. Matt Puerta picked up the loose ball around midfield, ran it down, and took a right-handed shot past the goalie for goal number 10 for Oneonta.
Way to go!
Excellent job, guys. Killer back on the face, Messeri and Rabideau on the wings. On the whistle.
Stay with the ball, stay with the ball!
Ball down on the ground, picked up Ithaca. And quickly they're in their offensive end. Baker on the defense. Gives off on top. This is the Ithaca offense. That's Kilcourse who was guarding. That pass is going to go down on the ground. And Seth Baker, with his long stick, harasses the short stick. Ball goes down, and it is intercepted by Sussman, who gives off to the goalie. We have a whistle. And apparently, Josh stepped out of bounds. 6:19 to play before the half. Possession, Ithaca.
Way to go, D! Come on!
Nice interception there
Stay with it!
by Matt Cook, but it's taken back by Ithaca. Nice interception.
Come in, watch it.
Shot goes on the outside of the cage. Goalie picks it up. Mike is going to give off to Luke. And Luke's going to run it into the offensive end, gives off to Puerta, but we have a timeout called by Coach Moan possession, O State. Keith Adler to inbound after the Oneonta timeout. He's going to give it off to Mookie. Mookie's going to run the ball behind the cage. He's guarded by a short stick. Cradles right hand. Gives off to back to Keith Adler. Keith. This time gives off to Puerta. Matt. Tabaki. Dan. Guarded by a long stick. Trying to muscle his way in for a shot. And that ball is intercepted by Ithaca.
Come on, come on, come on! Back there, get back there. Come on, man.
And they have possession.
They had a shot, chance to take it up.
4 minutes to play before the half. Hard shot, saved by Mike. Ball down in front, clear over the head of the Oneonta midi, and this pass is complete for Ithaca.
Transition here, baby, transition here.
Shot hits Lauer. Mike makes the save, body save.
Come on, stay on him.
Shot save again by Lauer. Mike gives off, and this is a break for Oneonta. They got some numbers down here. Adler.
There it is. Come on, shoot! Put it in!
Shot goal! Keith Adler finds Matt Winchell, who then finds Anthony Pisciato for goal number 11 for the O State Red Dragons. Dave Kilcourse back on the faceoff.
Come on, Kel!
Come on, Dave, don't give up on it.
Never does. Never does.
Don't give up.
Stay with it.
Come on, go. Hustle, hustle, hustle.
All right, faceoff this time won by Ithaca. Defense there is Baker. Really harasses him, and that's Kilcourse. But possession is
Good D, good D.
Ithaca. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to play.
Shoot.
Shot goes wide right. Shot save.
Michael!
And bounces out of bounds, backed up by Ithaca. Shot again out of bounds.
Whoa! Come on, here you go!
Okay. Timeout again, and Matt Cook made a nice play there. He gets pushed from behind, no call, but it's timeout, Oneonta. Okay, Oneonta's Vince Schettino will move the ball into the offensive end with the final 2 minutes of the first half. And this after the timeout called by Coach Moan. Oneonta looks to take some clock here. This is a bounce pass, but it's picked up by Masseri. He goes to Schettino. They seem to be keeping things on top. Try to open things up here for the offense of Oneonta. Minute 15, this is Schettino. Vince gives back behind the cage to Puerta. Matt gonna look for the open man. And goalie comes out, or defenseman comes out on Puerta, knocks the ball loose. But Matt picks it up, is going to take it to the cage. He gets checked again. Good defensive play, but it's picked up. And then we have a penalty there on Ithaca. So Oneonta is going to be a man up for at least 30 seconds. So Brian Belash will inbound to Messeri. This is a man-up situation for O State. Back to Belash. Shot goes in. Left-handed shot by Anthony Pisciato, unassisted, with 29 seconds to play before the half. A man-up goal for O State. This is Dave Kilcourse trying to pick up that loose ball, but it is collected by Ithaca, and Ithaca is going to try to get a quick shot. They go out of bounds with it. Okay, this is the final 10 seconds. Ithaca to try to get a shot off here in the remaining moments. Shot does go in. They get the score. So with 2.1 seconds left, Ithaca's goal number 4. Dave Kilcourse back on the face-off. Ball's going to be picked up by Messeri, and the horn goes off. And Oneonta with a very successful first half leads 12-4 here at Oneonta over Ithaca. It's 12-4 O State, but we do have another half to play. Great first half. Okay, this is the opening face-off of half number 2 here at Oneonta. 12-4 Red Dragons against Ithaca. Kilcourse on the face-off. Ball kicked forward and picked up there by Ithaca, and a long stick. Ball down on the ground. And we have a whistle with an injury. Okay, this is after the injury to an Ithaca player. It's possession for Ithaca.
Stay with him.
Good slide there by O State. Ball down on the ground, collected by O State. Oh.
Stay with it, man. Stay with it. Stay with the ball. Stay with it. Stay with it.
And picked back up by Ithaca.
Cover.
Shot saved by Mike Lauer. Mike's going to look for an open man, but he's going to run it up himself. Crosses the timeline. And he's going to give off to Josh Sussman. Sussman to take it across midfield with his long stick. And finds Mitty, who is triple double team. We have a flag down right in front of him. And looks to be like a flag on Ithaca. Dave Coughlin moves the ball in. This is the man-up team for Oneonta. This will be for a minute. Pass in front, shot, goal! Missed it. Looks like Mike Messeri got the goal.
I think that was a pass that fell in the goal.
It's 13-4 Oneonta.
Go!
Dave Kilcourse back in the face-off. 13:33 to play third quarter. Adler, Rabbit on the wings. Ball is down, and we have a whistle.
All right.
And it's awarded to Oneonta and Keith Adler. Keith moves the ball into the offensive end for O State. And he's going to give it out to Puerta, who passes around. We got it back on top here to Mookie. Mark Weber gives off Backy. Dan. Left hand cradle. Guarded by a long stick. Gonna find the open man. Shot save out front. Shot backed up by the goalie. And it's gonna be Ithaca ball. So Ithaca has possession now, and they go behind the Oneonta goal. Defense there is Seth Baker.
Way to go!
And we have a whistle on the play. To me, like a penalty on O State. So the Oneonta man down in front of goalie Mike Lauer. This one's for 30 seconds. Shot goes wide right, backed up. They're going to give it to Ithaca.
Way to go, come on there, OD!
Shot saved by Lauer. Quick clear for Keith Adler. Keith moves the ball, offensive end. Left-handed shot by Adler. Saved in front by the goalie, picked up Ithaca.
Turn around!
Penalty has been released. Nice double team by Oneonta. Picked up there by Keith Adler. Excuse me, Masseri. Mike gives off to Puerta, and Matt's going to slow things down. And we got the ball back on top to Brian Belash. To Vince. 10 minutes, 40 seconds left in this 13-4 contest. Oneonta, Ithaca. This is Belash. Goes back on top with a bounce pass to Mike Masseri. Mike muscling his way, shoots. One-handed shot, but it's picked up by Ithaca. Sussman on the defense. Now Baker. Back. This is Seth Baker playing defense. The junior from Jamesville, New York. Back on top is Ithaca.
Double on this guy now.
Double team. Shot. Goal. So Killer back on the faceoff. Again, we have Adler and Rabideau on the wings.
There he is, come on, it's there.
Ball picked up by Killer. Gives off to Rabideau, who then gives off to Adler. Nice clear, Oneonta. This is Adler. Moves the ball into the offensive end, and he's going to slow things up. For Matt Winchell. Winch behind the cage. Gonna give back to Puerta. Matt gives up to Pisciato. Mookie moving the ball around the cage real quickly. This is Anthony. Left hand cradle. Switches back to his left hand. Switch on defense to Pisciato. Pass in front. Shot. Saved by the goalie. Clear. Bouncing. And picked up by White. And we have a, well, stolen back by Ithaca. And Seth Baker harassing. Nice play by Seth. Ball down on the ground, and it's going to be chased and collected there by Adler, who gives off to Baker. Seth finds it. Ooh, pass.
Catch that one. Jesus.
Come on, boys, stay with him, baby.
Get him outside. Come on, Keith.
Come on, Keith.
Okay, so Ithaca back on their offensive end. 7:54 to play in the contest. Ithaca with possession. It's a great defensive sequence there by Seth Baker. And he plays defense right now. Pass, front, shot, save in front by Adler. Picked up by Matt Cook. Matt's going to clear nicely to Keith Adler.
Come on, Keith.
Keith finds the open man, and Dan Backey wisely settling things down to set up the offense. Goes to Matt Puerta. Matt, he gets checked, ball down, but he picks it up.
Come on, get rid of it,
Matt
Matt.
gives off Backey, and we're back on top with Mike Masseri, and this is Baylash.
Let's get one.
This is Vinny. Makes a nice move to the cage. His shot bounces in front, loose ball, and picked up Ithaca. Masseri hassled, but this is Ithaca with possession.
No, all defense, boys, all defense.
Shot save.
Good job.
Picked up by Ithaca, though. Nice team, double team there, and we have a whistle. The violation on Oneonta gives Ithaca possession.
Oh yeah, come on, stay with him, stay with the ball.
Okay, Matt Cook playing defense here.
Back around, he's coming back.
Baker on the defense. Shot. And goal. So Ithaca
Let's go, Killer!
5:28 in with their sixth goal. They trail it by 8, 14-6. Killer. And this time we have a whistle. Okay. Ithaca trying to peck their way back in. Nice check there by Luke Rabidou, and it's picked up by Ithaca.
Come on, let him in. Here we go. Come on, White.
Okay, picked up Luke.
Way to go, Luke. Come on. Oh.
Pass intercepted.
Muscle him.
Shot save in front of the cage by Mike Lauer. Ball down on the ground, picked up by Oneonta and maintained. Double team there, and the ball down on the ground, picked up by Luke. Gives off.
All right.
And the possession
Playing slap.
is now for Ithaca.
Look at this, they got numbers.
Come on, there we go. Oh, no, yeah.
Shot saved by Lauer. Beautiful play by Mike Lauer. One-on-one with the goalie. Lauer comes up big again at the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter.
Ball
and this is Keith Adler. And Adler muscles his way across midfield, and it's possession. Oneonta,
We got to punch another goal in here.
they lead 13-6, a 7-goal lead here as Adler holds on to the ball for the midi change, gives off to Brian Balash. Brian moves the ball into the offensive zone for Oneonta. We have about 3 minutes and 30 seconds to play, third quarter, and a whistle.
Gentlemen, you can't play like this. Let's go.
Okay.
Middy's back.
All right, defense sets up as Ithaca has possession
Back
again.
in the game. Come on, come on.
Defense, Matt. And now, nice. A check there, the ball down on the ground, and shot hits the, picked up by Mike. Mike's gonna leave his goalie box, gives off. Baelish quickly gives off and takes it himself. Brian crosses midfield at the 2:38 mark here in the third quarter. And Brian holds on as Oneonta looks to get another goal here in the waning minutes of the third period. This is Masseri on top. Mike's been brilliant all day. Quick pass, check, ball down, and it's going to be chased down by Masseri. Mike makes a nice play, picking up the ground ball. Gives off. Hard shot, goes over the top of the cage, backed up by shot. Oh, what a shot. Just missed the top of the cage, out of bounds. But it'll be only on a ball. Whistle. Matt Puerta gives up to Shatino. Vince to Balash.
Come on, Brian.
Brian moves to his left. Pass in front. Shot, goal, pretty play. Play set up by Brian Balash. Balash gave off on a quick pass to Anthony. Pisciato gave up to Dan Backey. Dan Backey beats the goalie.
Let's go, Killer!
Killer back on the face-off.
Come on, Keller. Come on. Stay with him. Man. Watch on the face.
This is a breakaway for. Nice defense there by O State. Just a great. They really created some problems there, but Ithaca has possession.
Come on, Josh.
And they're going to give off. Nice switch there by Keith Adler. We got 45 seconds to play.
Outside.
In the third quarter.
Come on, OD.
Baker on defense.
OD. Coming in outside.
Around you.
Shot, and we have a
All right.
crease violation, I believe, on Ithaca. Seth is going to give up to his goalie, Mike Lauer. Mike's going to take the ball up himself on a quick pass, though. No, gives off Adler. Or excuse me, Masseri. Mike.
No, 17.
Oh, it's this is Ben Blaisdell into the game. And Ben being harassed there by short stick. Ben's going to take it. He gets pushed from behind. Nope. Shot. Goal. And we'll see. We'll have to call it. They called it off.
Waving it off.
Mike Masseri scores at the goal, but the refs are going to wave that one off. Horn had sounded. Love to see the replay on that. Well, there you have it. 15 minutes to play. 8-goal lead for Oneonta. 1 to play.
15 minutes.
Both teams return to the field for the final 15 minutes of this contest.
Killer! Come on,
Dave Kilkhorst has been a killer on faceoffs all afternoon. He has Luke Rabideau and Mike Masseri on the wings. This one still on the ground, picked up by Dave Kilkhorst. That was Schettino on the wing. Dave's going to give up to Dan Backey. And Oneonta has possession in their offensive end. And this is Brian Balash. Brian. Shot by Balash. Goes in. Brian beats the goalie over the top again. And Oneonta opens the final quarter with a quick goal of Brian Balash. That's number 5 for Brian. He's had a great game. 15-6.
Let's go, Killer! Come on, Killer!
Okay, Kilkhorst back on the faceoff. Keith Adler joins Luke Rabideau on the wing for this one. Killer gets pushed, and Adler to pick up the loose ball, gives off, and he gets checked. It's going to be blue ball. Okay, Luke Rabideau will guard the inbound pass.
Got to double this guy.
Okay, goes his left side. Hard shot, saved by Mike Lauer, and Mike's going to give it. No, he's not. He's going to hang on to it and give off to Seth Baker. Bake's going to try to pick the ball up. He gets checked from behind. Ball down on the ground. Empty net. And we have a whistle.
It's got to go white.
Okay. Now Ithaca with possession.
Go D!
Watch 19. Watch.
There you go, D! Come on!
Shot! And we have a penalty on the play. Luke? This is a man-down situation for the Red Dragons. Hard shot goes in.
Got to get possession.
Dave Kilkhorst on the faceoff as Ithaca scores its 7th goal. It's a 15-7 game.
Stay with it! Come on, you're there, stay with it, man, stay with it, take it!
Picked up Kilkhorst, and he's on a break. Correction, Vinny Schettino trying to find the open man. Quick pass.
Oh, baby.
Shot out of bounds, going to be white ball. 12 minutes, 45 seconds to play as Vince Schettino gathers and heads for the cage. Shot saved by the goalie. It's going to be backed up by Oneonta. Okay, this is on the whistle. Anthony Pisciato guarded by a long stick here. He loses the ball. And the clear goes to Ithaca.
Can't just lose the ball.
Nice check there by Oneonta, and it's stolen by Schettino and collected there by Puerta.
Come on, man, what kind of pass?
Correction. Back by Ithaca.
Jesus.
Good passes.
Stupid pass. Can't be doing that.
11 minutes and 15 seconds to play in the final quarter.
Come on!
defense there is Matt Cook. Defense has been on the field a lot now this final quarter. Spin, shot, and another goal. Dave Kilcourse back on the faceoff. 11 minutes and 6 seconds to play.
Come on, Killer, your ball, Killer!
I was all alone.
Come on there, stay. You got it, you got it.
All right, Kilcourse again with another faceoff. Won by Oneonta, and Keith Adler takes the ball into the offensive zone for O State. Adler, left-hand cradle. Gives off to Schettino and back to Adler. Keith to move back behind the cage to Dan Backey. And this is Matt Winchell on top. And now Coughlin. Backey.
Somebody slide. Slide, right there, right there.
Take some time.
This is Matt Winchell. Winchell gets hit on the top of the head, it looks like. Stolen by,
Come on, stay with it, yeah.
and picked back up by Adler. And doesn't look like, well, this is Matt Winchell again. Winch gonna give it off to Mookie. Mookie at the 9:40 mark takes the ball behind the cage. Guarded by a short stick.
The other guys are open. Get open. Somebody get open.
Back on top goes to Masseri. Mike. Gonna give the ball to Anthony Pisciato, and in comes Brian Balash. Balash
Double!
fakes the pass, maintains possession, heads toward the goal.
Let's go, let's go. Oh!
And
you got it.
there we got a penalty there. Okay, this is Pisciato. Anthony. There's a flag down on the play. It's going to be against Ithaca, so Anthony's going to work for a good shot here. Behind the back shot going to go out of bounds. That's the penalty with 8:42 to play. So Mike Masseri will have the important inbound pass here
Let's go!
to start this man-up situation. This is a 1 minute man-up situation for Oneonta. Shot! Dan Backey on a pass
Great pass. Great
from
pass,
Mike Masseri gives Oneonta its 16th goal and another 8-goal lead. Dave Kilcourse back on the faceoff.
Let's go, Killer!
Wings, Rabidou and I believe Adler on the wings.
There you go.
And Killer wins yet another faceoff. He gets hit, double teamed, and still maintains the ball. It's going to be timeout called by Oneonta. And timeout, and they will have possession.
Great call.
Good call by Coach Moan.
Till the ball's in front, then he's done there.
Come on.
This is James Battaglia with possession. Is going to give off to Matt Puerta. Matt checked by a long stick. He passes up front. Shot. Saved, but down on the ground. And the loose ball's picked up. And we have a whistle. And they gave it to Ithaca.
That's still a shot.
Okay. 7:45 to play. This is a ride by Oneonta.
So Gildersleeve's out to the short stick. See?
Intercepted by Dan Backey on a great play. He's going to run toward the goal. His shot is going to be saved by the goalie. But a pretty play by Backy. But Ithaca with possession. 7:28 to play.
Oh, nice.
Nice. What happened?
Mike
I
picked
missed
it
it.
up.
Mike intercepts the pass.
Lauer picked it up.
Lost that one. And it's Oneonta ball. Mike Lauer waiting with the ball.
You got Luke.
This goes to
You got Luke,
Baker, and Baker goes to Luke. Luke's going to give off to Matt Puerta. Nice clear, Oneonta. This is Puerta as we get to the 6-minute, 50-second mark of the contest. Puerta guarded by a long stick behind the cage, left-hand cradle.
Whether offense and defense is getting this.
Gives off on top to Mookie. Mookie takes the ball toward the cage, doesn't want to give it up, maintains possession.
Get rid of it, Mookie.
He gives back on top. Shot goes wide left, and it's going to be backed up by Oneonta. Mookie to inbound. Hassled there by a long stick. Trying to muscle his way, but he goes back behind the cage to Dan Backy. Ithaca has picked up the defensive pressure. Pass, going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Ithaca ball.
Push him out! Push him out!
Nice ride there by Puerta. And Ithaca with possession.
Keep him out. Keep him out. Keep him out.
There you go, there you go.
Double team there by Rabbit. Ball check down on the ground.
Okay, watch this guy. Watch out. He's going to shoot.
Shot goes over the cage, out of bounds. Ithaca ball. Defense great, but the shot saved by Mike Lauer again. Mike comes up big again, gonna go behind the cage and take the ball up himself and gives to bad pass, goes over Adler's head, but is picked up at the 5-minute mark, picked up by Ithaca. He likes to shoot left hand, they could double team him there. Hard shot out of bounds.
That's probably good. That's good for us.
We're under 5 minutes to play in the final quarter here. Oneonta 16, Ithaca 8, but Ithaca has possession. Good defense there by Adler to push that midi out of the way for a good shot. Defense is Winchell. Switch. Bounce shot goes out of bounds, backed up. And a great effort there by Josh Sussman, but they're going to give it to Ithaca. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to play.
Shut him down.
Shot save again by Mike Lauer. Great save. Possession. And shot going to go in for the 9th goal. Okay, Vince Schettino will be facing off against Ithaca.
Go, Vinny!
Masseri, Rabideau on the wings.
Oh! They went the ball!
Ball still on the ground. Nobody's possession yet, but it is picked up by Ithaca. And their pass going to go out of bounds, white ball. Mike Masseri. Saved by Lauer again. Beautiful, but picked up by Ithaca. Just an unbelievable save again by Mike Lauer.
We should not be on defense again.
That's right, you're right.
Watch out.
Hard shot again, saved by Lauer, goes out of bounds.
Other long stick in the middle of the field like that.
No. Okay.
Well, Sussman's usually got a great stick. I mean, he's usually...
The ball!
Defense. All right. Bad pass picked up by Lauer, who's going to give off to Brian Balash. Brian
Get it down here, Brian.
going to take the ball across midfield and bring it into the offensive end where we want it for Oneonta. Pass
Oh, come on.
intended for Schettino is
On somebody.
penalty on O State. Okay, man down defense has another challenge in front of them. This 1 minute penalty on O State. All right, the pass goes down on the ground.
Get legs.
Legs and picked up.
He's out.
Fans claiming he stepped out of bounds. Looked like he did, but that pass out of bounds.
Off somebody's
And
stick.
it's off our stick, so it's going to be,
2:28 left.
it's Ithaca ball. 16-9 with 2:25 to play. Man down for Oneonta.
All right.
Defense over there.
Oh, come on out.
All right. We've reached the 2-minute mark of this contest. Shot out of bounds, backed up by Ithaca. Timeout, Ithaca, as that unbelievable defense returns to the sideline,
I'll tell you, man down has been excellent today. They hit them.
and
Super.
that's all they need is minute 56 to continue playing defense. 4 seconds left on that penalty. Okay,
2
the
minutes,
inbound will
let's
come
go.
behind the cage. The defense has been spectacular all game against the number 9th ranked team in the country. Mike Lauer comes up big yet again, gives off to Keith Adler. Keith's gonna slowly move into the offensive zone. They'll have to keep it in. We have 2 minutes to play. So Oneonta has the ball where they want it in their offensive end. They just gotta hang on to it for about 1:30 seconds.
Come on, Vinny.
And they cannot move the box. This is Anthony Pisciato. Matt Puerta double teamed, and Matt hangs on. Timeout
All right.
112.
called by Coach Moan.
112.
Possession is Oneonta. And Coach Moan with the final instructions here with 1:12 to go. Mike Lauer returns to his cage surrounded by his defensemen. Hopefully he will not have to play any more defense as Oneonta try to hang on to the ball here for the final minute 5. They have a 9-goal lead. They lead the 9th ranked team in the country. Ball down on the ground. They lead, and they've collected the 9th ranked team in the country. And they're going to let them play. No, we have a whistle, and I guess Mike's going to have to play some defense. We have a man down situation. So the man down team gathers around the goal yet again. But this is with 50 seconds to play. It's a 1-minute penalty, so we'll just play it out. Ball's going to start on top.
Surprised he didn't just go.
Defense. Brilliant. Another save by Lauer. Picked up by
Watch this guy. He's going to go.
Ithaca. They're going to try one more shot at it with 20 seconds to play.
This guy can only go from the top. You ever notice that? 19.
Nice double team there, down there by Oneonta. And we're going to be able to start counting off the ticks left in the game. Double team. Nice check there by Oneonta. And there you have it. Oneonta has knocked off the number 9 team in the country. If you bet Ithaca could beat Oneonta, you lost. Because Oneonta has beaten the number 9 team in the league by a score of 16-9.
You gotta love it. There's nothing to let up.
Offense was brilliant. Defense, brilliant. Midfield, brilliant. Against a very good team. Forget about the 1 goal loss to Hartwick. This is as sweet as it gets. Ithaca loses to Oneonta by a score of 16-9 on a game in which Oneonta came in from the opening ticks of this game. They came to play and showed everybody how great a team they are. Dave Kilcourse was absolutely brilliant on face-off. Mike Lauer also brilliant at goal, making some unbelievable saves. And Oneonta can hold their heads up very high with this victory. Number 11 of the season. 11 wins against 2 1-goal losses. And a huge victory here at Oneonta against Ithaca. They upped their record again to 11 wins and 2 losses. Should move up in the polls, and they continue to be 5-1 in the league, and they will rest for a little bit and get back together and face another formidable foe on Saturday, which is the leader, the Cortland Red Dragons, and that game will be right here at Oneonta. Final score, O State 16 and Ithaca 9. Super game, guys. We had them all the way.